Hello everyone and welcome to another timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Winota deck in timeless format. So there's a few additions to this deck that I think would make this deck a whole lot better. So starting off, we have the two new enemy fetch lands to the deck. We have Arid Mesa and Marsh Flats. We have 4 copies of Flats and 2 copies of Mesa. So as far as our mana base is concerned, we have 21 white sources and 18 green sources with 18 black sources and 15 red sources in this deck, all thanks to the new fetch lands. And even against a Blood Moon, because of Marsh Flats and Arid Mesa, those all being able to fetch a plains, our deck is less weak to a Blood Moon deck. All you need to do is fetch plains in the forest, and the Blood Moon comes down, turning all our dual lands into a red land, which would let us play our Winota. And as for the black source, we don't play that many black cards in this deck outside of Orcish Bowmaster and Juggernaut Peddler. But because we also play Jet Collector in this deck, which is also a card that I've been meaning to play in this deck, this card generates a Mox Jet, which can generate a black source. And additionally, if you do fetch the Giganta to your hand and then you play it, that will also generate a black source as well. And lastly, Deathrite Shaman can generate a black source as well. So there's a lot of ways of playing around the Blood Moon in this deck now that we have these new fetch lands and Jet Collector. And I think that was Winota's only weakness. The deck was extremely weak to a Blood Moon before, but now you can play around it, which is great. And you might be thinking, why is there no top end for the Winota? And yes, there is actually no top end for the Winota in this deck. We can play out all our cards on the battlefield without the help of Winota, but we do play a lot of chunky humans that are just naturally good by themselves. And if Winota does trigger and we get these humans down, that's even better. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Timeless BO3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Okay, let's try this out. There it is, Winota, Joiner of Forces. I'll start with the Overgrown Tomb. There is a slight delay. Is this a mill deck? Loris mill deck? No, it's a Once Upon a Time. Interesting. Into a Stomping Ground? I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. I think I'll just ramp into Anointed Peacekeeper. Yeah, let's just do that. White, please. Oh, it's one of these decks. This is becoming a lot popular, isn't it? Name Fatal Push. So currently, Fatal Push costs 3 mana. There's no lands in the graveyard for the Deathrite Shaman. It's a good call. One less Fatal Push to worry about in the future. Oh my god. That's actually excellent. I think we sit back. Yeah, my friend has been also telling me pretty good things about the Magda deck. Okay, that is so annoying that they got that. Wow. What a card. So now they can even play something else. They still can't Fatal Push though. Oh, now they can. No, they can't. They went for Grave Expectation. We gotta get rid of this. Someone keeps it on top. Get something. Okay. Well, I can play out my Winota here, but maybe just wait for next turn. Is it actually better to go Winota here? Because then they have to use like expensive Fatal Push next turn? They get a free trade out of this rope line attendant too though. Yeah, I don't know. Might as well just go for this play. It's a free damage. Juggernaut. Well, now they're gonna see my Winota. Pretty scary. Ah, they have the comp. Okay. Wait, what? Opponent. Oh, no. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Okay, that just happened. That feels bad. That just feels bad. Okay, so opponent has a lot of heist cards, so I'd rather not give them a way to like get a Juggernaut like last time. Eowyn seems also kind of meh because they don't play any like big creatures. They could play Tarmogoyf, but haven't seen it. Gonna cut some Orcish Bowmasters. Yeah, that's what you call a paid actor. Hmm. Sure. It's just these lands are just so beautiful. So sick. Still kept the Thoughtseize. You know, I guess it is, you know, quote unquote a combo deck, but I think it's just better to remove the Winota that's coming down. Really? This is super aggressive. Huh. That is super aggressive. We have a tab land into another bauble. Knight is pretty bad here. Probably just attack and pass. Yeah, acceptable. Reanimate? Wait, reanimate in a deck with Loris? This is all kinds of confusing. This is the only Sacred Foundry, but we have a Cavern of Souls. And the only red card that we play is Winota and Eowyn. So I think we're in a pretty decent spot at the moment. Is it a Bowmaster? I have to play this anyways, even though it could be a Bowmaster. Since we have a Knight. I think I might just Knight. Okay, let's see what we get. Unholy Heat. Actually pretty nice. So they can get back a bauble, but if they do that, they lose. Not even playing the lures. I guess I do have a swords. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Winota's gonna come down here, so... Yikes. It's a bit of a yikes. I mean, we are 23 land deck. We are going second. And this is only game 1, so... I'm gonna try keeping this one. Nice. They have a stifle? No. Say it ain't so. You don't have a stifle. You do? Wait, it's not. Oh, it's a mill deck. Oh, it's a mill deck. Ooh, okay. What land do we need the most at the moment? So Moxjet is going to get us a black source. So we probably want Sacred Foundry. It's not an Archive Trap? Why did you Watery Graves? Very confusing. Now the deck turned into an Omnitel. Yeah, it's weird. So my opponent was kind of like bluffing. Yeah, there it is. Well, I don't want to lose to a show and tell coming down next turn, so... Boom, boom. Guess our Juggernaut. Nice, they drew a show and tell. So that's the card that they topped with the Brainstorm. I wish they would fix this bug as well. Like, this has been a thing for maybe like 3 months now, this white layout. Okay, so we want some Lavinias. I don't think we want Veil of Summer. We have Brutal Cathar and Eowyn to get rid of Aatroxa. So I don't think we need to sideboard in any Swords to Plowshares. Jarina could be useful. I think I'm gonna take out all the roleplay attendants. And I think that's what I'll do here. I don't think we need Pick Your Poison. Yeah, we got a Lavinia and Boromir, but the hand is a little bit weak to a Veil of Summer. Yeah, it's a bit weak to Veil of Summer. Okay. I think we just run out Lavinia. Or maybe just Orcish Bowmaster? Probably Bowmaster. And pass. Dark Ritual. Okay. Okay. Just one Thoughtseize is actually not going to do anything. I kind of regret not playing out the Boromir's Lavinia this turn though. Because if I played Lavinia, it's not weak to double Thoughtseize. So I kind of regret it. So Winota waiting room. Yeah, I think if we get like Winota, we just win the game, right? If they have another Fatal Push, we can, you know, okay. These games are too easy. What's going on here? It's like Timeless is such a non-creature oriented format that everybody just forgot how to play against creature decks. I'm not very happy with the sand. Yeah, I think I'll take this one over the other. I might have to go fetch a little bit awkwardly since we're playing against a Jund this time. I mean, I will say this is like a pretty fast start. Considering that they also didn't do anything that last turn. Wow, that's a lot of lightning bolts. That's pretty annoying, isn't it? That is pretty annoying, isn't it? And then they get to do it again? Oof. That's pretty awful. That is pretty awful. This Anointed Peacekeeper is going to die. So maybe I should just get some value out of this Ropeline Attendant now. And call something else. Probably scry with this. That's pretty bad. This is actually worse than opponent just lightning bolting. That's pretty awful. What a draw. That was a very nice draw. That was a very nice draw. A Bowmaster. Okay. I still can't really attack because of Ragavan, because of a second Jarsel in their hand. If they want to play their second Jarsel, just to Thoughtseize, I guess it's not that bad. That means they're not playing their Giganta. Okay, so they went for Giganta instead. Oh, that is incredible. Okay. Hold the phone here. But if I Knight, don't they just... I mean, I guess it's just way too good not to do it. So we have an Archon and Juggernaut. I think that's what I'll probably do here. Archon and Juggernaut. Juggernaut to get rid of a Jar Soul. Yeah, this is pretty good. Triple Lightning Bolt? Jeez. Triple Lightning Bolt. Hold on, how does this work? So they Lightning Bolt the Archon, then they can Lightning Bolt again? Yeah, I guess it's not that good. So they have a 3 blocker with triple Lightning Bolt. That's not good. I need my opponent to, like, use their Lightning Bolt somehow. Because this Winota represents win. Yeah, it says win. Unless they're trying to, like, burn me down. Weird. Now they only have 1 bolt. I mean, I gotta try, right? I have Winota. I gotta try? That's so many triggers. Like, there's just no way we don't win here. Lightning Bolt. Riveteer's Charm? Did they play a card this turn? Like, why can't they respond to anything? I mean, Veil of Summer, is it really necessary? I think we just play 2 pick your poison and get on with it, you know? Same with Jarina. So Archon was very good. I really want to go up on Archon in this deck, but being a Winota deck, it's kind of hard to fit it in. Got the 2 copies of Delighted Halflings. Roleblind Attendant was so good. 2 Bowmasters. I wonder if they play Fable. Yeah, I wonder. It's a pretty similar hand to the last one, but we have a Cavern of Souls, so we can't keep this one. Okay. So again, we're playing around Blood Moon. Well, that's kind of awkward, isn't it? Now that they've done that. Now we can't play Argerina. Armagoy. Armagoy. Let's see what you got. Maelstrom Pulse? Maelstrom Pulse. That is an expensive card. Interesting. I did name it correctly, right? I did. Two-mana card next turn would be fantastic. There goes the Jar Soul. Ooh, that's actually really good. Okay. Pretty good, pretty good. A 5 mana Maelstrom Pulse. You got it. Getting rid of Jarsoul right now seems pretty sick, right? Oh, that's pretty good as well. Currently, Winota doesn't do anything, so I think we just keep playing out these cards. We take the damage. Oh, Shaman top deck was pretty nasty. That was actually pretty nasty. Let's say I attack with Jurina. Oh! I accidentally passed my turn. I don't think it would have actually mattered anyways because they drew a Minx Gambu there. But yeah, I accidentally passed my turn. Whoops. Should I have some swords? Yeah, I'm gonna take out Pick Your Poison because I still haven't seen a Blood Moon. I might regret it. I do have a lot of humans coming in. Let's go with 2 swords only. Okay, nice. Man, what was that? I accidentally passed my turn there. It wouldn't have mattered anyways. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. It's a free attack with the Giver Runes because I'm not trying to protect the Ropeline Attendant here. Another Thoughtseize. I think just having a removal spell is a lot better against this deck. Okay. I'm gonna leave up 1 mana for the Swords to Plowshare in case they have a Jar Soul. I will say, this isn't very good, or we're not in a really good spot at the moment. They had a really good hand with double Thoughtseize going second. It was really good. Good Tarmogoyf. A Jet Collector. But they have a Deathrise Shaman. I think we still keep this one. 6 cards in the yard. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think we have to kill the Shaman. Because I think my opponent has Jar Soul in their hand. Let's go with you. Let's see what my opponent does. Do you also have another removal spell on top of it? Maybe. Pretty good. It's pretty good if they do. Darn. It's a pretty insane hand. It's a pretty insane hand, I won't lie. I think the only card that gets me out of this situation is a Winota.
Look at us. We are tough.
They didn't attack. Yeah, my opponent didn't attack. It's as if they knew I was gonna draw Eowyn. How did they know that? Wait, like, wouldn't you attack, like, normally? Yeah, I think under any normal circumstance, anybody would have attacked there. It's 8 damage. You're not gonna lose Minx Gimbu on this board. But they actually predicted that we would draw Eowyn. Insane? My opponent is actually insane.
He will never win because it's too tiny. We are large and in charge.
My opponent has another removal spell in hand, which is kind of absurd. Even after double fatal pushing and a lightning bolting. Opponent? Please? Let me kill this Minx Gimbu.
Magic? We have muscle. Bigger is always better.
Oh, bad time to be drawing land. Bad time to be drawing land here. I think we lost this one. I think we lost this one.
He will never win because it's too... Attack, my wily friend! Attack!
I feel like this is a misplay, right? Because the only way I could win is if this is an Orcish Bowmaster. And they don't know this card. Unless they drew another removal spell in hand. I think that was a huge misplay. That would have been a huge throw, right? Okay, GG's. Man. No 1-drops, but this is just too good to pass up. This is just way too good to pass up. Flooded Strand. Flooded Strand. Another land. No thank you. Let's go with the Ropeline Attendant first. Sacred Foundry. Interesting. Oh, it's a Boros Burn. Okay. I think we should be able to win once Winota comes down. Okay. I really want to play Archon here. But it's probably just gonna die, you know? I should probably play Anointed Peacekeeper. Light up the stage. Or should I call Slickshot Show Off? I should call Light up the stage. Okay. I think we're just going to jam Winota in here. Knight Errant of Eos. That's 4 damage. And we got another Anointed Peacekeeper. They got another Slick Shot. Go call another Light Up the Stage. I mean, that's a lot of damage. Okay, opponent chose death. Eowyn will never have a target, right? So that's out. Let's have some swords. Cut a Delighted. Cut 2 Juggernauts. Let's have Jurina instead. Yeah, let's go with this. Double swords into Anointed Peacekeeper. Okay. Into a Ropeline Attendant. Okay. See if they play Flick Shot Show Off here. Nice. I'm gonna assume that they boarded in a Blood Moon. Right? We're not gonna be able to play Orcish Bowmasters, but at least we're gonna be able to play this. Right? I really want to Ropeline Attendant first, but I don't think I can actually pass up on this. This is just too good. And even if they Blood Moon, we have a Giganta. That's probably going to be pretty hard to answer for this deck. We don't care about this. Yeah, we actually just don't care about this at all. Static Discharge. Okay, let's attack. They take the damage. Okay, a little bit of a burn action. Another Ragavan. So they're gonna attack. I wonder if the last card is another Static Discharge. I'm gonna save the swords for potentially gaining life. Let's see. They've used 1 Light Up the Stage. I should probably call Light Up the Stage. I feel like that's the only card that kind of like gets them out here. Just attack all. Another Bowmaster. Not the card that I'm looking for. Okay, that was easy. I'll go with the Ziggurat first. Interesting. Go black and white so we can use Deathrite Shaman's ability. Oh, am I about to lose next turn? Perhaps. We have double show and tell, so I think I'm just going to exile that. So we need to get a 3-mana card that can stop whatever shenanigan they're about to do. Right? So Boromir, Archon, one or two. Or Anointed Peacekeeper. That can also work as well. Man, this matchup is just too easy. Let's see. So if I call show and tell, and they drop a land, they got an Omniscience, by the way. They can do Dark Ritual into Dark Ritual. That's 5 mana. And then they have 6 mana, so they can still play the show and tell, right? So I think it's Dark Ritual. So we still have that problem right now. Potentially losing to show and tell. So we gotta get something good with the Knight Errant Bios. Jet Collector. We didn't get it. We didn't get it. Uh-oh. Wow, we actually lost. Can you believe that? Darn. That sucks. That sucks. We seemingly missed Anointed Peacekeeper, Archons, and a Boromir, or Juggernaut. That's a lot of cards that we missed. Feels bad. Wow. Okay, this is an unlosable matchup. So let's not lose this matchup. Otherwise, I'd feel embarrassed. I would actually feel pretty embarrassed losing to this matchup. How do we miss that? Eos, what are you doing there? What are you trying to pull? You're not supposed to do that. Okay, we have a pretty good curve. I'll probably put the Archon down first. If they try to combo. If they don't, that's also fine. The good news is, even if they try to answer the Archon, we have a Giver Runes. And if they somehow get rid of Archon, we have a Lavinia as well. We got a lot of things going on. Try it. Try playing show and tell here. Nope, that doesn't work because of Archon. They shocked that in because they wanted to show and tell there, right? What a card. Yeah, what a card. Yep, show and tell. Like I said, there's no way we can lose this matchup. You just have to be so unlucky like the first game. It's just impossible. I swear. We're on a draw with the Surveil land. Maybe I'll try this one. Well, we got a shaman. I think this is a brainstorm. No fetch lands though. There's that fetch land. Okay, so we'll start with Boromir. And then we'll Juggernaut or Peacekeeper here. Actually, how does this work with Boromir and Peacekeeper? Yeah, I wonder. Okay, I'm kind of scared, so I don't really want to do it. I'll just call Dark Ritual. Yeah, I'm kind of scared, so I don't want to do it. Because I'm like, my knowledge of the card is a little bit limited, so I want to be as careful as possible. Yeah, if you have if you know how that works, with how the Anointed Peacekeeper with the Boromir and an Omniscience is on the battlefield, like let's say I called with the Anointed Peacekeeper Aatroxa, right? Can they cast it for 2 mana and then bypass the Boromir? Yeah, if you have an answer to that, write in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so I played 6 games with this deck. We went 4-2. The 4 games that I won were so unfair and it was so one-sided. It makes me happy. It makes me really happy. On the other hand, against the Jund and the Mirror Control that we played against, I feel like the games that we won were also pretty unfair, but the games that we lost have been tragic. But the causes of those losses have been relatively due to us flooding. Either that or we had to mulligan a bunch. When we did mulligan, we didn't have a 1-drop to start. Also, there were some games that we actually lost despite us now having Marsh Flats and Arid Mesa. We actually got color screwed a few times as well. So, you know, considering that, if that were the only causes to our losses, I think our session has been pretty successful. So, I made some quick adjustments after the mirror matchup. I went up on a copy of a Delighted Halfling, went down on a copy of Brutal Cathar, and I also went up on a copy of Jet Collector. So I was kind of wrong with my judgment of Jet Collector in this deck. I initially started with only 2 copies of Jet Collectors. I thought that because our deck doesn't play like any instant speed spells or sorcery spells, fueling Graveyard just to get a Mox Jet wasn't gonna cut it, right? Initially, I only had 2 copies of this, but I think it's wrong. So I went up to 3 copies, or maybe even 4 copies might be necessary with how many removal spells people are playing. And even if you don't get a Mox Jet, Jet Collector is still gonna act as a creature to fuel for the Winota, right? Even if the Jet Collector isn't getting like an immediate value, I think because this is a Winota deck, and you can get creatures back from the graveyard onto the battlefield, and even if you don't do that, the fact that this is a non-human that has powerful abilities is just really good with Winota, right? Although we didn't really get to see much in action because we initially had only 2 copies of it. So that's kind of how I feel about this card. Ropeline Attendant, just a really nice card. I think our 3 drops are really good. Anointed Peacekeeper. If this wasn't a Winota deck, I would probably do this. 4 copies of Archon and 2 copies of Anointed Peacekeeper, just like the Death and Taxes. But because this is a Winota deck, I think this is necessary because Winota needs some targets, right? For the humans. And I think the 2 copies of Knight of Air and the BOs was actually pretty sick. If it actually gave me the 3-mana card that I was looking for, such as Archon, Anointed Peacekeeper, or Boromir's against the Omnitel matchup, but that's kind of how I lost in the first game of that match, but we were able to still win the game because this deck is just really good against Omnitel. What can I say? So yeah, I think the Arid Mesa and Marsh Flats have been incredible. And I was actually able to see that in action, especially against red decks that are playing Blood Moon. I was able to immediately get a green source with this, and a white source with this, and a white source with this. So yeah, I mean, the deck was great. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.